there. We're doing both of our turduckens low and slow. We know it's going to taste good. We just got to let it do its thing.
All right, listen up, pit masters. Can I get your attention, please? All right, while your turducken is smoking low and slow, the judges have asked me to give you what we call a pit fire challenge. You'll all be cooking the southern delicacy, frog legs.
Yeah!
Frog legs? Are you me?
We've never cooked frog legs. We're pretty panicked right then.
This is another meat I haven't cooked before, so I'm 2 for 2 at this point.
And remember, you have the use of anything you've brought with you or anything in the pantry to make the most amazing frog legs our judges have ever eaten. And to put some added pressure on the situation, the loser of this challenge will be eliminated. You'll all be cooking the southern delicacy, frog legs.
Yeah!
Frog legs? This has got to be a joke.
All right, pit masters, you have just 1 hour to complete this challenge. And remember, the freakiest frog legs will send you and your team hopping home. Get to work and good smoking luck.
I wouldn't even touch a frog, let alone cook it. Well, frog legs, I have never eaten them before, but I think it tastes like chicken. So we're gonna go ahead and rub these with 2 different dry rubs and use 2 different methods of cooking. I'm a big believer in safety in numbers, so I'm gonna cook the frog legs 2 different ways. I'm gonna cook 1/2 over direct heat, and then the other half is gonna be in a pan. Right now, we're taking the frog legs off that are on direct heat, and we're gonna go ahead and sauce them up and then put them back on. I guess the hardest part for me right now is the fact that this could knock us out of the whole competition. Okay, let's let it roll.
A frog leg is supposed to taste like chicken, so I thought we treat it like chicken. So we're thinking a lollipop method of preparation. Everybody likes a lollipop. Why not a frog leg lollipop?
Sometimes you just don't want to know what you're eating. You know, sometimes you need to cover it up a little bit. It's a neat little package.
We decided to go with a rub that was complementary to a seafood. It has a little cayenne punch to it, also some coriander, some garlic, and a little bit of salt.
You know, basically, it's swamp chicken. I mean,
that's all it is.
I mean, it really has a sweet.
Either you love them or you absolutely won't touch them.
Whenever I first came in contact with frog legs was when my dad used to carry us gigging. We've killed as high as 100 in a night. You know, you're looking at 100 sets, that's 200 legs. There's gonna be a fine line if the EM's trying to smoke these out here today. Of smoking them too long, they're gonna be so damn tough, be like eating a tire.
I've never cooked frog legs. I've never even tasted frog legs. I decided to French the frog legs, which means I took all the meat off of one of the bones, which essentially gives the judges a handle as they're eating the frog leg. I decided to do a quick little marinade of apple juice, pepper, garlic, cayenne, salt, and a little bit of brown sugar. Because with only 1 hour, there's not a lot of time.
If you don't mind, I want you to look through a couple cookbooks. Give Kelly one.
Yep.
Just see what it says about frog legs.
Honestly, who has cookbooks in a barbecue competition?
Salt and pepper, frog, add milk, eggs, dip the frog legs into that.
Looks like we're gonna have to wing it.
Or leg it.
Or leg it. Or hop
4
it.
tablespoons.
Hop it.
Hop it.
Yeah.
Hop it. It does no good to sit there and worry about the fact that I don't have a clue what I'm doing yet. Now that we've got the frog legs, we're going to put them in some Italian dressing and let them marinate for as long as we have. And we're hoping that to marinate them and make it more tender. What that's doing is it's taking all the air out of there, or as much air as possible, and it's allowing those frog legs to become tender and absorb that marinade. Because we've never cooked frog legs before, we're going to fry some up and we're going to cook some in a skillet and really just hope for the best. Honestly, I don't know if they're going to taste good, and so I'm trying to just cook them naturally. Even though some of these teams are bigger and more experienced, we were just listed as the rookie team. That's fine with me, but don't treat us as rookies.
How long does it take these things to cook?
Oh, they'll be cooked in time. Cook's not going to be the problem. Taste is going to be our issue.
Only having an hour, we couldn't throw the frog legs on the smoker, so we decided to put them on a direct grill and grill those things up.
150, you want to taste that? No. No? Chewy? Yeah.
Now, never cooking those before, I had no idea what the finish temperature was. So we used some test cooks, and what we found, 190 was the way to go.
That's it.
So to accompany our frog legs, we gave a fettuccine with some scampi sauce and a little rub in there as well. So for the pasta, I mixed it with a little olive oil first to keep those noodles separated, mixed in a little rub, which is the same rub we used on the frog legs, and dusted it in addition with a little bit of cayenne pepper to give it a little pop because Warren likes his heat. What I like to do is taste my food and adjust it to what I think I would eat. And if I like it, the judges are gonna like it.
While my frog legs were marinating, I decided to make a coleslaw. I sliced up the fennel, the onions, and the oranges, and then I created a simple dressing of white balsamic vinegar and sugar and honey. I decided to put my frog legs on the kettle, probably about 300 degrees. In the last 5 minutes, we're gonna put a glaze on them, which consists of a little bit of apple jelly, a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of red pepper, a little bit of black pepper, and some salt.
Actually, just go ahead and
We're gonna go
Give it a minute, flip
My
it,
luck, the way it goes.
We tried both ways. We got a cast iron skillet, we fried some. Then we also took just a normal skillet, put it in there with some salted butter just to see how they would taste. Right now what we're doing is we're looking at this piece of frog. Having never really tasted frog. The flavor's very chewy fish. Taste that. We gotta do something. We were very upset with how both ways turned out, and then the clock's running down. And so we're sitting here panicked now because we found 2 ways not to do frog legs.
10 minutes left in this pit fire challenge. You have 10 minutes to present your dishes to the judges.
10 minutes is not a lot of time. These are borderline, almost not done, but we're doing the best that we can. God.
Sauce them really heavy.
No, I don't want to. No. Close it, close it, close it.
It's really getting to be crunch time. It doesn't matter whether they're done or not. They have to go on the plate. After I got everything plated, I looked at my plates and I'm like, that's a work of art. They were beautiful.
It's good.
Hey, Kelly, those are the ones we're going to end up having to use for turn-in, okay?
Yep.
Let's just make sure they're done. Right now, all we're trying to do is get something done. They're starting to fall off the bone a little bit. We're going to put them on the grill to sear them. Make sure they get a good grill mark. Looks bad, dude. That's some ugly-looking stuff.
Hey, we're gonna start praying.
These frog legs are horrible. I wouldn't even feed them to my dog. This is just going to be bad. Unless we can work a miracle here in these last few seconds, I don't even think I want to serve these. Dude, that looks so bad. Where's the other one? Change that. Trade these out.
3, 2, 1. Put the frog down.
We cooked 2 different methods today. We cooked one over direct heat and one in a pan to see which one would taste the best, and we feel what we're serving you today is the best.
I'll tell you what we did with these frog legs. We put them in a pan with some salted butter, and we roasted them over the fire. And we also put them on a smoker with a few mesquite chips.
All right, gentlemen. I tried to treat them similar to a chicken wing. So I spiced them up a little bit, tried to go a little bit hot.
All right, gentlemen, what I've prepared for you today are some lollipop frog legs with a fettuccine noodle with scampi sauce. You know, you're here to judge, but you're also here to eat. I wanted to give you a full plate for your entree.
I did the best I could to get the best and most flavor in there in the time period allotted.
Absolutely panicked. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm worried about it. This is not what we wanted to turn in, and this is not why we came all the way out to Barbecue Pitmasters.
There's no screwing up these frog legs. It doesn't matter if I got the best turducken in the world. If I don't get through this challenge, I'm done.
I have competed too long and too hard to lose this competition.
Have you been professionally trained in cooking?
No, not professionally. It's just a love. My dad was a Kansas City boy, so I was raised on, good barbecue. We've cooked together a lot over the years.
So your daddy would be your hero?
Yes, he is. I wish he was here so he could be here with me cooking, but
he is here.
He is. Here I am in the middle of my on-site judging, and I'm crying like a little baby. God, it was embarrassing.
They're very tender. They've got the right amount of flavor, in my opinion, to them. But the thing is, the texture on the outside, I think you need a little bit more bark to them.
The toughness of the frog legs had me a little scared, so I don't know how the scores were going to go.
I don't think these are done, my man. I mean, this is vein after vein after vein with a little red in it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Warren. I don't think they've seen much fire.
I don't see enough fire on this, my man.
That right there, that's the same thing.
I mean, that's nice and wet and vein.
I did so bad on my frog legs. The only hope that we have now is that maybe one of our other competitors did just as bad as we did.
First of all, you've cooked before.
Yes.
And you have professional training.
Yes, I do.
I'm all about that little extra love there.
I love the spiciness, the zestiness of the legs. I like the fact that you French them. That shows the fact that's called love is in the details, is what I call that.
Yes, I think Art loves my dish.